past. I'm sick of feeling like I just keep chasing, but that'll never be that fast. Just leave me alone, I'll do it.
Sup, this is Kevin Cornish, and I'm back with another What If. But before we get into this, we must give respect where respect is due. This idea was given to me by me. My bad, but yeah, I came up with this idea by myself. Well, not by myself, I had a few help from Discord, and Six Meisters Discord, and a few other Discord. Also, Kid Zeus gave me a little input on this one. I had a few bad feedback from other ones, but who cares? I'm still going to be doing it anyway, because it's a fictional world, so we could break the rules somewhat for a certain part of this one. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. This is What If. Part of Kurama was sealed within a sword. How would this come to be? We'll start off at the day Naruto was born, and Madara, aka fucking Obito, still kidnaps him. Minato has to still rescue him, and Madara, aka Obito, still gets to extract the Nine Tails from Kushina. And what will be changed here is when Minato is not going to be using the Reaper Death Seal. He is going to be using something that is going to take something from him, but not his life. Maybe something that not important, or maybe something that is important. But we'll find out that later. So he does the seal in jutsu, sealing half of the Nine Tails within Naruto instead of himself, because he has low chakra reserve, and Kushina is on the verge of death. So what will happen to the second half of the Nine Tails? He's thinking to himself. Then Kushina used the last bit of her chakra and her life energy to create a sword, but this sword is special because it's not how can I say? So when I was talking to other people in the Discord, especially Kid Zeus's studio, they said that it would be easier for Kurama to escape from a sword due to it not holding spiritual energy or chakra. So I decided to, have Kushina turn her last bit of chakra and her spiritual energy into her chakra chain, creating a sword that Kurama will not be able to escape from ever. It's even stronger than the Executioner Blade, better than the Rondel that could cut anything, holier than the Divine Sword Excalibur itself. And what we would call the sword, I'll leave that to y'all, so you could actually help me out in naming this new sword, because this sword is going to contain the last bit of Kushina's memories, Kushina's feelings, and Kushina's soul. So Kushina is going to die, but she's going to die of her own accord. So now Minato, seeing this, and a sword forming with Kushina's body gradually disappearing, making him think that Kushina is turning herself into a sword. But basically she actually was turning herself into a sword. I don't know if there was a jutsu for that, but our animes have done it, and I'm going to be doing the same. So Kushina is using her life energy, her spiritual energy, to create a sword strong enough to hold the next half of the Nine Tail, because Minato is feeling half of himself disappearing for some reason. He's not disappearing. the jutsu is just taking a toll on his body. It's not the Reaper Dead Seal, like I said in the beginning. It's a jutsu designed by Minato and Kushina, so they could, not rely on something that would, take his or her life and leave their child to fend for themselves, because they had feeling that something bad is going to happen. So, and because remember, they actually said that when Kushina is giving birth, that is the weakest part of that is the point she is most weakest. My bad, slip of the tongue. And before it happens, Minato tells her that in order for if the Nine Tails do escape, he's going to be using the Reaper Dead Seal to reseal it back into her. Blah blah blah, and she says no. Rather than doing that, here's for in sealing jutsu that they used to seal the Nine Tails within her the last time. So she taught him that jutsu and stuff. So they go on, but again, Minato was running out of chakra, and Kushina was on her last legs, and they already put the good part of Kurama inside Naruto, which was fairly a great idea, because again, Minato doesn't have enough chakra to hold the Nine Tails. In fact, if he did try to put the Nine Tails within himself, it would have escaped. Even though it's a good one, he would have escaped and stuff. So, and why am I putting in a child? It could do the same thing. No, because Naruto was born with unlimited potential. In fact, he was the first child ever born with chakra. I mean, I don't know if there was other children who was born with chakra. I mean, already able to utilize chakra. So this is what I'm going to be doing with this one. Naruto was special, and he was already able to use chakra at even 2 days old. You know what I mean? So, there's a better echo in this place. Anyway, so as the sword finished forging itself, Kushina promptly disappeared, and Minato continued to seal away the Nine Tail within this sword. We now time skip to 5 years later, where there was a 5-year Naruto, and for some reason he is always carrying a sword either on his back, on his hip, or in his hand. Reason why is, even though the sword was made using human remains or whatever you want to call it, he still kind of able to move on his own. It won't be able to escape, but the sword can move on its own, and it's only docile when it's in the hand of Naruto. And since this sword does contain part of Kurama, he despises Minato for sealing him in a sword, saying something like, this is more degrading than being sealed in a human. How can I fucking, not be sealed in a human? Am I not that worthy? Are you humans looking down on me? I am the greatest tail piece. I'm the strongest tail piece. Shits like this. And he constantly talks to Naruto and the other Nine Tails that is within Naruto. So there's the yin and the yang. So the yin is inside Naruto and the yang is inside the sword, which he both has. For safety, he has to always keep Ikoromaru to himself. I just named the sword for now. I don't know if it's correct or anything, so I was trying to think about Kurama and a sword, so it's like Kuromaru, I'm guessing. So he keeps Kuromaru next to him at all times. In fact, a few years back when he first got sealed into a sword, he promptly did stab Minato in his back. Now, before Minato got stabbed in his back, he already lost the use of his legs and stuff due to the sealing jutsu he used, and he is still the fourth Hokage, even though he has minimum movements in half of his body, but he can still use the body flicker. He can still train Naruto. In fact, he gathered a few ninja to train Naruto due to his immense potential. Also, I'll be making Naruto take over the Hokage place later, but earlier as well. So, since Minato is also still the Hokage, Danzo, even though he's half of the man he once was, now, Minato is half of the man he once was, he's still as strong as fuck because of his, flying Raijin. He's still able to, use that. And he's still intimidating in a way to the point that Danzo couldn't actually get his way. But later on, when Naruto, later on there will be the Uchiha massacre will still be apparent. Still happen, not apparent. The Uchiha massacre will still happen, but a little later than in canon. And again, it will not be, what's his name? Itachi who, be sent to murder his entire clan. No, Danzo found an outside source, meaning the Akatsuki, to, infiltrate the village and, kill out the Uchiha and stuff, And before they killed out the Uchiha had a celebration due to, Shisui and Itachi awoken their Mangekyo, and Sasuke, awakening the tree to Moe, because they've been training, they've been, pushing themselves to the limit, and Sasuke is not trying to keep up with his brother or his cousin or whatever Shisui is to him. No, he once went out into the town walking, and there was this blonde boy who was surrounded by, a bunch of people. They were throwing stuff at him. He promptly got angry, and to him it was amazing because they were adults. They were big adults, they were, and he was like 5, and this boy went out in taking out his sword, defeated all 15 of these adults. He just promptly knocked them out and stuff. In Isa, the boy, and he's like, "Are you okay?" Blah 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 and stuff. And Naruto in this what if is let's say a little cynical to the point. We're not gonna push him to Boruto level or anything, but he is kind of a little Boruto finish, being stuck up, spoiled and stuff. But he's not angry because of that. He's angry because the story they keep telling about his mother and the story he keeps hearing from his father about his mother is not like the same thing. There's he hear bad stuff out of people's mouths, and he hears that his mother was, an angel, even though she beat up people to time and stuff. So Naruto is training with that girl's mother, the one that he used all weapons. Did they ever reveal her mother? Ino. Is it Ino? No, not Ino. I forgot her name. but she'll be defeated by the girl or Gaara's sister with the fan. But anyway, so Naruto has multiple teachers, and what was I getting at? With Sasuke, was it that? But anyway, so Sasuke and his brother, his cousin as well, are training. And what I wanted to say first was, yes, it wasn't Sasuke who discovered Naruto first. It was Shisui, and Shisui was, appalled that this young child has so much power, so much potential, that it pushed Shisui to train beyond training, to also try to catch up with this little boy, because Naruto at 5 years old is hella OP. He doesn't know any specific style of jutsu except kenjutsu and the flying raijin, which his father taught him at an earlier age. And this boy goes around, he wasn't literally trying to pick problem with people. People just does this because Danzo, with his bitch ass, still found a way to, leak information out that Naruto is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and the sword he carries is cursed. Some making up some shit, if you ever get cut by the sword, that you'll die and stuff like that, or you'll be turned into a beast. Something Danzo would say that would have the village still, despise Naruto, but do not show it when he's near his father. And this is another reason why he doesn't hate his father. He just doesn't like to hang around with his dad, due to people show a different face when he's around his father, and when he's not, they're trying to insult, murder, or harm him in any means necessary. He actually got poisoned a few times from some of the villagers. This is why Naruto doesn't eat out, and the only place he does eat is the Uchiraku ramen, where last time Sasuke met him coming from there and got attacked by the adults again, which he defeated flawlessly, just going around punching people in there in weak spots. He also has that insight. He's been training with Hyuga as well, so he knows hand-to-hand combat, kenjutsu, and the flying raijin. They haven't taught him anything else beyond that, because they could feel the immense chakra that Naruto, this is not Kurama's chakra at all, this is only Naruto's chakra, and if it's added with Kurama's chakra, it increases to the point where it's KCM1, the power output is similar to KCM1 at 5 years old. The imperfect KCM, that's what he is at 5 years old. Hella OP, right? I know, my bad. Nope, I don't care. It's not my bad. I wanted to do it like this, and I'm going to keep it like this. So, again, like I said, the Uchiha massacre happens. Let's say Naruto is now 7 years old, and he's not given a chance to enter the academy due to his overwhelming potential. In given so, he's the fourth Hokage's son, and he's been teaching Naruto ever since he could have walked. So Naruto knows a few other stuff throughout the years that have passed. He knows the and one more thing, thanks to him having immense chakra, even when he makes a clone jutsu, they appear physical, like they're not illusions. And when he does the shadow clone jutsu, don't divide chakra evenly. They're actually like a full set of shadow clones or stuff. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but because of the immense chakra that Naruto has, he still does the fucking clone jutsu, which would be fucking categorized as an illusion, distraction. But when he does the clone jutsu, it it manifests as a shadow clone jutsu instead. So it turns like it's not illusion. It physically could actually touch it and stuff. But anyway, enough explanation about that one because I'm probably not doing a great explaining of it and stuff. So Naruto is not in school, but he wishes to. So he always escapes from the school, use a transformation jutsu to sneak into Iruka's classes and stuff. Iruka noticing that there's one extra student in here, but he couldn't pinpoint who it was. Must always admire the child sitting in the back due to him being quiet and stuff. And he always passes the test due to him having a good teacher. That's what Iruka thinks, that he's a great teacher, that this child is taking in information and stuff. So we go to the point where Naruto finally convinces his old man to let him go to school. He's as strong as hell. So this is what I meant when I fucking forgot to. So Minato is afraid of his enemy attacking Naruto. That's why he hasn't sent or doesn't want Naruto to go to school or even leave the fucking safety of the village in a whole, because Minato does have a lot of enemies. So Naruto finally convinced him to go to school, even though he's been going to school for the past year using a transformation jutsu. He is finally going to be known in the class, not fucking some weird dude sitting in the corner just admiring the school life and hanging around. No, he comes in using the transformation jutsu still, but then deactivating it, showing his true self. And Iruka, similar to what happened to third Hokage's grandson, Iruka's like, fourth Hokage's son, what are you doing? And blah blah blah. And Naruto's like, I'm starting school today. I already got the permission of my father, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So treat me as a normal person and not as my father. Not just something like not to compare him to his father, even though, because then you shouldn't. Naruto is even stronger than his father at this point, just that his father is more, has more experience. That's why he constantly loses to half of a man, and Naruto keeps calling him that, half of a man and stuff, when he's angry. He still loves his father, yes, and stuff. So, and Kiromaru hates Minato to the fact that whenever chance that Naruto is not holding him, he tries to fucking, stab Minato and stuff. But Naruto has developed a keen sense that whenever Kiromaru moves on his own, it's like an ultra instinct where Naruto senses Kiromaru moving, he grabs him and put him back to where he belongs, because then Naruto has to keep Kiromaru always on his person. So that's the only way it would calm down, because the second half of Kurama is inside Naruto. It's the yin half is inside Naruto. I'm guessing, I don't know which one's the good or bad. So the good part is inside Naruto, with the bad part secret. And Minato didn't do this on purpose. He held the good and bad. He didn't know what he was basically doing. He just knew that, he has to seal away, but he has to seal half inside the baby, because he might probably still be able to escape. And Kushina doing the fucking technique to turn her remaining life force into the sword, and she doesn't turn her remaining life, just does it. She actually manifests a whole lot of her chakra train from herself and try condensing it into the sword and stuff. So beside Naruto, there's no other person in existence that could actually carry this sword. In fact, a few others, as a game tried, and it's like the Thor's hammer, whoever's worthy, but no, it's not like whoever's worthy. It's just the fact that the sword is maybe a spiritual, like, it's still part of Kushina, and Naruto is still his son, her son, and their spiritual wavelengths are the same, so he could link with the sword easier, making it lighter for him but heavier for other people and stuff. So we went off track for a minute there. I'm gonna stretch it. Where's some water? Some water. Wait. I'm trying to get some water. My throat is dry. And it's early in the morning. And I'm recording a new What If. I should actually focus on finishing the other ones, but I'm waiting for them to reach a sufficient amount of views. That way I could actually do the second part of each one. I think I did a new one fairly couple days ago. But yeah, we're just waiting on how many views that get. And if I get maybe, 9 more subscribers in the next week, I'll probably do, 4 sets of What If in one day and upload all 4 in one day. So, 6 more 9 more subscribers, and I'll drop 4 different What If at the same time. I don't know if you all heard that, but I farted. I'm sorry. Anyway, I farted again. Yo, I'm drinking water and farting. That's fucked up. So every time I drink water, let's see. Oh shit. Oh, that last one was fake. I did that with my mouth. So, anyway, you know what? We're going to be ending it off here. Not a climactic ending, I know, but I'm tired and I need to get up, take a shower, and go to work, and come back, record What If Godzilla was in Naruto, and what if Deku was a Blue Lantern, or what if, there's a bunch of others that I need to record today, but I will be doing it. I will. Don't worry about it. But not right now. But anyway, this is Kevin Carnage, and I'm skipping over. Go and check out all the links in the description. They all make wonderful What If. You know what wonderful is a small stretch. Amazing What If, especially Six Masters, Kidzu Studio, and my cat's being an asshole, but those two are I'm going to be giving for a reference. There are a bunch of others that are in the description. Check out all their What If. In fact, go just check out their YouTube and stuff. Subscribe to their channel. Also do the same for mine. Don't be a prick about it. Just like and subscribe. As I said, I need 9 more likes so I can reach 60 and probably eventually reach 100 and eventually reach to the thousands. That's my goal for right now. So anyway, this is Kevin Carnage, and I'll see you in the next one.
And now you better back down, 'cause I'm coming for you. 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 I'm sick of feeling like I just keep chasing, but that'll never be